Good morning, Soul Family. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Let's just jump in. Thank you so very much for the subscribes, the likes, the views, the shares, the comments. I'm trying to reach 2,000. Please help me. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell. We're going to clear the energy in the room, and we're going to find out the message that Spirit has for us this morning. I, for some reason, I kind of feel a little nervous right now. It's like I had it's like somebody planted a seed. It wasn't a positive seed. They planted a seed, and when that seed cracked open, because I feel like it just recently cracked open, now they're afraid what's growing. Now they are afraid of what's growing from the toxic seed that they planted. Did you hear how it rang? And my hand was still kind of moving, but it didn't do anything else. It just rang. And then when I went to go put it down, then it rang some more. Yeah, they planted that seed, and then there was that period of silence. You didn't hear anything. And now that seed is growing. I asked Spirit to show me from this deck one card that's going to talk about the basis of the situation today. And that one card is the High Priestess. And behind it was the King of Cups. So I feel like there was someone that wasn't saying anything. They felt like they couldn't say anything, even though they wanted to really express themselves after an action that they took that caused an imbalance to someone that meant the absolute world to them. But it's somebody that had planted a seed within them. And now that seed is cracked open. And when I say the seed is cracked open, I mean the truth has been shown and known and told and witnessed and observed and believed. Bottom of the deck, we have a teacher. We have somebody that is either getting ready to teach somebody a lesson because they had to learn a big lesson. And I feel like that's what it is. I feel like somebody learned a huge lesson and they about to teach somebody a big lesson because they see things differently now. They see things more objective instead of subjective. They're looking at their life as a whole now. They're placing themselves in certain situations now. They're having to forgive themselves for any wild acts or things that they did without thinking. Because now, as they take a step, as they make a move, as they contemplate doing any type of action, they're putting themselves in the position of how am I going to feel if it was me? If that were me, how would I feel if that were happening? Because somebody remembers whenever they wasn't thinking about someone else. They remember when They thought it was just their problem, not knowing that it was their problem just because they were stuck in that situation. But when that person removed themselves, it was no longer their problem. Then it became a matter of location. And by location, I'm saying who was closest then? Who was around? Who could the bully then bully? Because if the bullied got tired of being bullied and left, the bully needs to choose a new person to bully. Who was closest? Maybe not in proximity, but who was closest in relationship? Who could somebody beat their heart down, their esteem down, their confidence down, bit by bit by bit? Who can they bully to stay where they need them to stay, to perform as they need them to perform, to do what they need them to do, so that they could always shine, so that they could always look bright, so that they could always look like, look at me, y'all, look at me. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm telling you, it was a bully. It was some wise guy. And the reason that this person was a wise guy, was a bully, is because they were a coward. They were afraid to find their own life purpose. They were afraid to go through the dark night of the soul. They were afraid to be them. They felt like being wholesome was not for them. It was too hard. It felt like they would have had to restrict themselves in certain ways and can't do certain things. That's exactly right. You can't. You cannot bully people. You cannot abuse people. Because you have to place yourself in that situation is, what if it were me receiving that? Now somebody, all they want is peace. That's it. Enough of the drama, enough of the chaos. They want forgiveness and they want peace. They want to forgive as well. This person has been working on themselves. They've been working hard on themselves. One thing they've been working on is their personality. They've been looking hard at themselves and how they come across to others. What do people really see about them when they look? What do they really see? Not what does this person think they see. Mm-mm. But what do they really see? I think it was a shock to them whenever they realized that people really found out or looked at them because of how they acted, because of how they followed, because of how they allowed themselves to be led as if they had a ring in their nose, one of those bull rings, and could be led by their nose. People looked at them like they were kind of like a fool, like they never grew up, like they didn't know what they wanted, they didn't know who they were. Like, was just a fool. Someone didn't realize how incredibly strong it would make them look if, and only if, they were actually able to be themselves. Back then, they didn't realize how incredibly courageous it would make them look if they stood up and said what they really wanted to say about what was happening. Someone didn't know how courageous they would look if, instead of them choosing to take a side, that they chose to find out more information about all of it before they got involved in the conflict. Because now they're understanding that there is a whole backstory that they didn't know about. There was a whole lot of shit that hadn't been talked about, that hadn't been seen, that this person couldn't even fathom it happening. They just couldn't fathom it happening until it happened to them. And now that it's happened to them, they find it justice. It's like this person is accepting this karma because they're remembering that they chose not to look at a certain situation objectively. They just chose to accept what was said subjectively. But this person actually wanted someone to they couldn't understand why, while you was going through the drama, while you was going through it, while they was trying to, or some wise guy was trying to put the screws to you, while some bully was trying to bully you, they couldn't understand. Just remain optimistic through it. Just pray. Just, just, are you sure you're looking at it the right way? Come here. Come here. Let me massage you around your neck. Let me massage. I'm sorry, did you say that it was getting too tight? Are you sure you're looking at it the right fucking way? Because we all can tell when our oxygen supply, when our energy supply, when our supply is being cut off, it's being cut short. The person who was doing this, they know they was wrong, but they thought that they could. I just heard, when I die, put my money in the grave. They thought they could just not say anything. Maybe on their deathbed. Maybe at that point they'll go ahead and tell the truth and shame the devil. But it's not working out like that. Because somebody is being told that it is time for them to get on their life purpose and to stop that bullshit. For them to look at people and things and situations and see it is what the fuck it is. As there is somebody there that's trying to create hardships, that's been your main competition, even though you thought that this person was with you, had your back. No, only if there was a knife attached to it. This is something that's happening in the here and now. And this person, you know who it is because you have this feeling. You got this feeling. You got this feeling that somebody's going to expect you to believe their lies because they're going to talk about, oh no, baby, I believe in this, and I go to church, and at my church, and church, the cult. They're not going to say the cult. They're not going to call it the coven. They're going to call it a church. They're going to expect you to believe something about them, but it's not the truth. And this person, they're going to expect you to believe that they are so hospitable, they're so nice and caring, and this and that and the other. But this person is really trying to slip you something in your drink to keep you confused. This person is getting readings on you. So someone is starting to see something different now. They're starting to objectively see that somebody is a witch. Somebody who professed to be all in church is really a witch. And that witch is the same one who acts like they're not doing anything, but they're the main ones. Bottom of the deck, seduction. Someone understands that, yeah, they have been seduced. They have been lied to, bamboozled. They have been set up. And now they want forgiveness. They want to redeem themselves. They want redemption because they see things objectively now. They remember. They remember when you were the outsider. Because you were just being you. They remember that you've always been a good person. Always. And they remember seeing other people that tried to do things against you. So now that somebody was in the hot seat, had the hot potato game, they saw how easy it was not to be in that seat. And they understand why someone exercised their free will and went the fuck out. It was about that. That's all it was about, was free will. Someone that was controlling did not like the fact that they could not control this person, because this person followed their own and used their own free will. This person is somebody that other people have witnessed how they roll. Love conquers all. This person is always so loving, caring, forgiving, always trying to be of service to others. Very loyal. Very loyal. And that person that was the narcissistic controller, they don't like that. Because that meant that it took the light off of them, and they couldn't have everyone, look at me, look at me. So they started speaking against somebody, planning rumors, planning lies, trying to create death spells, trying to make it so that they wouldn't know that it came from them. Because they hid behind their coven. I'm at their church. They hide behind their church. What's the message, Spirit? And you know, what's funny is, as much as they do, as much as they have done, as much as they set out to do to you, not one time did they stop and think, boy, it's going to really sting when the shit come back on me. This person had no discipline whatsoever, none. Always acting out of their primal lower energy. Always trying to call on the moon. Always trying to create some type of spell to keep you stuck. Always. They wanted to drown out your compassion for others. They wanted to stop allowing people to be around you so that you could not be kind to them. They wanted to shut down your free will. They wanted to have a reason, any reason, because they had none, but they wanted to have a reason, any little reason, to be negative, to be nasty, to be vile, to spread lies, untruths, rumors. This is somebody in your family that doesn't like, because you are naturally beautiful. You don't need the makeup. You don't need the looking like bat eyelashes. You don't need the extensions or the hair. And you don't need to get the BBL and the breast implants or the waist and then the all this. You don't need all that because you're just naturally beautiful. You're just eternally youthful. Because you live, you strive, you yearn to be on the right hand side of God. You want to do what is pleasing in God's sight, not man. And that's what you strive to do. And because that is what you strive to do, that is what has made somebody else so jealous, so upset, so mad, so angry that they have wished your demise. They have wanted your demise. They have prayed for your demise. When they went to their church and the person up front said, "Let us bow our heads and pray," that's what they were praying for. You to be taken down and taken out. That's what they were praying for. Your demise. But I tell you one thing about be careful of what you ask for. Be careful of what you pray for. Because what they did was they awakened your ancestors, I'm hearing initial, the first daddy, the first mama woke them up when they asked for this prayer, for you to be taken out, not knowing your purpose, your gifts. Because they did it in greed. They didn't do it with a good purpose. They did it with a black heart. That's why they woke them up. And when they woke them up, shit went downhill from there. Someone is starting to see and they realize they don't want me to talk, but they know now. They know now what they didn't know before. Now they have that knowledge that last day that they called for you to be in the light, because they was just acting all thirsty, all hopeful that you would be taken out. Like I said, this could be a family member. This could have been a parent. This could have been somebody that was there supposed to protect you. Confirmation. Double confirmation. It could have been both motherfucking parents for the two beeps right there. And the motherfucking siblings too. Thank you, Spirit. They didn't want me to get this shit out. They wanted your past to always remain a prison. They always wanted you to be their sacrifice. Because they didn't like you. In fact, I don't want to say the word hate your motherfucking guts because it's such a strong thing to say. But those internal organs inside of you, starting with the small intestines, the large intestines, the stomach, even, they did not like that about you at all. Them bitches was so fucking green with envy, all of them. And they conspired to take you down. They used to talk about you. They used to have family meetings when you weren't there. Of course, you couldn't be there because they were talking about their prey. Somehow, somebody woke up. It's like something could have been a dream. Could have been someone's. It was someone. It was those ancestors. The initial, the original, the OGs or OA, original ancestors, whatever. That's the one that tipped them. Those are the ones that tipped that person off and said, listen, they're trying to do some shit. That's how they knew. That's how they knew. Yep. And they know because I picked up all the cards, but this is the one that didn't want to be picked up. And now, oddly enough, the hunter is being hunted. Oddly enough, the hunter is now being hunted. Just ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Wise guy, huh? Hey, a wise guy, huh? That's what I'm hearing. Somebody thought they was so funny. They would do shit and sit back in their chair and they think about it and they think how it affected you and what your face must have looked like, how you must have felt. And they go and they laugh to themselves and then they take a nap or go on with the rest of their day or talk on the phone and brag about how they did you wrong and they laugh about it. Talk on the phone. Talk about how they did you wrong to everybody. They laugh about it. Ooh, somebody got something to say, and this is too much. Ooh, okay, so I'll take this top. Okay, so there's something about some conflict. And somebody wanted to put an end to it. Something about some justice because something has come back around that, ooh, I told you. It just ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't that justice? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Somebody understands. There was a whole backstory that they didn't understand. that they didn't know, that they didn't see. They understand that now. They see that now. And the reason that they see that now is because when that wheel of fortune turned against them, when it was their turn to go through it, when it was them, when it was their neck on the chopping block, and they shocked because they thought that they had this great relationship with this person, that them and this person would move forward together, that they would always be with this person and this person would always be with them, and they would be good and gravy, my buddy, wherever I go, he goes, my buddy, wait, where'd my buddy go? Where my buddy, buddy? Somebody saw that they buddy was like, but what? They thought, because they were so young when they did this, when all this shit was happening, they were so young. Young, dumb, and full of cum. Okay, they was in their lower energy. They said, you know what? I could do what the fuck I want to do because there's no such God. Ain't shit gonna come back on me. I know how to balance my money. I know how to balance my emotions. I know what to do. I know what to do. And then they met the right one and the wrong one, all wrapped up in the same one. Suddenly, somebody didn't know what to do no more. Suddenly, somebody was feeling a bit stuck. Could have been somebody had to go to jail. Could have been this King of Pentacles. Could have been had to go to jail. They're fighting for their freedom now. They are fighting for their freedom because they see shit differently now. They see all that shit that they planned with the Seven of Pentacles. That shit didn't work out. But see, that's the Seven. That's the Hanged Man. And that's the Seven of Pentacles with the Justice. What this King of Pentacles is going through. You got that. You can't make this up. This could have been the head, supposed to have been the head of the household. and now this person is just suffering because of some type of immature move. Something that they threw out is coming back. They didn't read that part of the contract. Yeah, the World and the Ten of Pentacles both came out on their side. I feel like they in a transition where they learning a lesson and they losing everything at the same time. Because they were sitting there running their mouth telling lies. Running their mouth telling that. And now the truth has come out. After a long time. The truth about that entire relationship has come out. After a long time. That's what got people startled. That's what got people upset. Because they believed it. They didn't even ask to show me the money, show me some proof. They was like, oh, really? It was like that? Really? Learning a lesson and losing your blessing at the same damn time. Someone is thinking about the path that they chose and they should have chose a different path. They now see they chose the wrong path where they should have gone. The one towards healing, the one towards health. But isn't hindsight key? But isn't hindsight key? So the truth has come out. Everybody is seeing that this person was not as strong as they acted. They were not as brave. They were not as loyal. They were not as trustworthy as they acted. It was all a facade. It was all a joke. It was just because this person wanted all the attention. That's why they tried to get the Queen of Pentacles out of the. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. Out of the. They wanted this person to be all by themselves. But they were so jealous because the Queen of Pentacles was single, probably single. It could have been somebody. It could have been some earth sign or somebody that's just about their money. They was doing fine, but somebody was jealous. They didn't like something. They didn't want something. They didn't want something to take off. But now they're seeing it was a choice that they made. It was the road that they took. They thought that they was being so slick, that they was creating, doing this, doing that. I'm telling you, somebody planted a seed. And when this lion came out the seed, like, roar, I'm ready to devour your motherfucking ass. Now somebody don't know what to do. And they feeling stuck and stupid. And looking like a fool. Oh, another one didn't want to come up. Another conflict card. Somebody trying to keep it all to themselves. They trying to keep it. They're trying to keep it in. They trying to keep the emotions straight. They don't want anyone to know what they're going through. But they are in their emotions right now. This person is just like knowing that there's no choice except for them to have to go through and learn this lesson and accept this blessing. But I feel like this is also affecting their finances, their family, their finances, their legacy, something. Because they wasn't being strong. They wasn't being courageous. They said they wanted to be the emperor, but they wasn't acting like the emperor. They wasn't being courageous. Somebody needed to stand in their power. They had to find their strength. They had to find the strength. They weren't strong enough to be with this Queen of Cups. Even though this relationship was divinely orchestrated. They felt like they had something else that they needed to prove. And what they did was they proved to themselves that they should have defended you. They should have took up for you. They should have been with you. That's what they figured out. That's what they proved to themselves. Because you walked away, because somebody walked away. Could have been somebody in the family, because here's the Ten of Pentacles. And it was such a big shock. I mean, because somebody thought that this relationship would always last. And once again, somebody's keeping all those emotions, somebody's keeping all those thoughts inside. They're keeping it inside, but because they understand that these emotions, these things that they're feeling, because people are doing the same shit to them. And now they see. They saw it all before. They already saw it, but now they really understand it. How people created shit. Telling you. And they see who you are. They see what you bring to the table. Because where the Empress goes, everything grows. I just heard they just saw the difference between day and night. When you wish upon a star. I don't know the rest of the words, that's all I know. But something about somebody wishing upon a star. It don't matter where you are. That's all the words I know. And I don't even know if those are even the words of the song. But that's just what came to my mind. But somebody was wishing upon a star. Somebody put their wish out there for them to reunite with their soulmate, with this person that they love, cherish, adore, the one that they should have chosen, the one that when they didn't, everything went, talk about awry. Their intuition, it's like they chose someone else. And when they chose someone else, they knew everything was turning, but not for the better, for the worse. Their intuition told them to put on the seatbelt and get ready for that bumpy ride. Because someone told them what to expect. Someone told them something is coming. Y'all, I'm going to leave it there. 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. I love y'all. See y'all next time.